Hey everybody, Colton R here. Welcome back to more Madden NFL 2002. In the last episode, we played the Bottlegate game against the Jacksonville Jaguars and avenged the 2001 Browns team for that Bottlegate loss back in 2001 with a 17-6 win over the Jaguars. And now, in this episode, we are headed to Green Bay, Wisconsin to play the Green Bay Packers. Now, here's the deal. We win this game, we're locking the playoffs. If we don't win this game, we'll have to win in Tennessee when we go against the Titans. So the question is, can we beat Brett Favre for a spot in the playoffs? I don't know. I just hope we do. So let's play the Packers. The Green Bay Packers. You know what's crazy? Green Bay, I don't think Green Bay and Cleveland have ever played against each other in an NFL championship game before the whole Super Bowl thing. Wouldn't it be nice to see the Green Bay Packers play the Browns back in the olden days for the NFL championship? That'd be great. Vince Lombardi going against Paul Brown. Two historic coaches with legendary Hall of Fame careers. That'd be awesome.
Hello everyone, this is James
and
Brown.
it's snowing in Green Bay. Of course it snows in Green Bay.
The Packers and the Browns. Both teams seem ready to go, so I'll send this one over to Pat and John.
Besides,
update,
it's
JD.
December 23rd. It's 2 days before Christmas. So technically it's a Christmas game.
Let's get this one started.
Yep, this is going to be a tough battle. I think it's going to go right down to the
It's a
wire.
Christmas game in Lambeau Field. And it wouldn't be complete without some snow. Alright, so we're going to choose tails, and we won the toss. You know what? We're going to go receive this time again.
Tails and have won the toss. They choose to receive.
The teams have taken the field and lined up for the kickoff. They're ready to get this game started. He gets it off.
And here we go. We're playing Green Bay in the snow.
The Browns take over on the 18.
So the run game helped us last time. Well, last game against the Jaguars. So we're going to see if the run game will help us out here.
Butler makes
It
the stop at the
didn't
18.
do so well there.
Leslie is
Yeah, we
there
got
to
back
take-
to the original line of scrimmage. That's not going to help us
I caught up
out.
with Coach Sherman as his team was coming out of the locker room, and he stressed the fact that they were coming to play today. They're not going to allow any off-the-field problems to affect their concentration on the field. We should see a tight battle out there today, Pat.
Thanks for your report, Leslie. Knocked away.
McKenzie swatted that one down.
You know, the quarterback needs to put that ball in a position where the defender can't get to it. That didn't happen there.
Ball on their own 18. Steps back. Scrambling with the pass.
Dudley's wide open. Did he catch it?
But he gets
I
it
think
away.
he did.
Yeah, he felt those
Let's
guys
take a look at the
closing
replay.
in
Got
and
hit
run
as
the
I
ball out of
threw.
there.
Excuse me. Oh, what? He didn't catch it? You know what? Screw it. We're going to challenge it.
Let's pick up the action. I'm not sure what the coach is seeing out there. Is it worth using
This might cost me a timeout, but I do not care.
Questionable. They're going to review it, and this one might get reversed.
Got hit as I threw.
The call on the field stands. The offense will be charged a timeout.
Well, no surprise there.
That wasn't much of a reason to challenge that one.
Well, great.
Maybe the coach
Got
figured
charged
his
with a
guys could use a little
timeout,
rest.
now I got a punt.
Gardaki will punt it away.
I really thought Ricky Dudley caught the football. But nope.
He had a great return.
Sometimes as a coverage team, it's easy to over-pursue. And if you do that, you end up running right by the guy you're supposed to be tackling.
And now here's Hall of Famer Brett Favre.
Favre gets set, looking to throw it with the throw.
They put some pressure on the quarterback that time.
He's lucky he got rid of the ball. I'll tell you, he was definitely going to take a sack.
Alright, 2nd and 10 after that incompletion by Favre.
The rush is on.
He's looking,
With the
throws incomplete.
He just
0 for
dropped that
2 for
pass.
Brett
And
Favre.
nothing is more disheartening to a quarterback than a drop pass.
Ball on the 38-yard line. Third and 10. Back to pass. Out over to the left.
Throws, it's caught, and it's a fumble!
The reception.
And it's recovered by Ellsworth.
Stop at the
Ellsworth has the
21.
football.
The Browns did a nice job in coming up with the loose ball.
That ball is just as much a target
Holy
as the
crap.
ball carrier. And you have to
It was
remember
caught,
that when
and
you
then
get
the
tackled.
receiver fumbled the football and then picked up by Ellsworth.
First and 10.
Now we're on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Couch under the center. He's
High
looking
snap.
to throw.
Throwing it to
Throws
Dawson.
the middle.
Incomplete.
Dawson, the intended receiver. He fires a bullet, but nobody comes up with it.
The quarterback tried to put that one through the receiver.
2nd and 10. The Packers with a 4-man front. Couch back to pass. With the throw. Dudley,
Incomplete.
the intended target.
Intended for
Couch
Ricky Dudley.
saw the pressure coming on that play.
I'm not surprised that that pass went incomplete. I don't think he could even see past that big old defensive lineman rushing him.
So we're in a passing situation.
3rd and 10 here.
Looking to throw it. With the throw.
Thrown to Dawson, incomplete.
Right through his hands there.
And nothing is more disheartening
Well,
to a quarterback than a
Couldn't
drop
do anything
pass.
on that, so gotta
The
punt it
Browns
away.
will punt it here.
Couldn't do anything off that fumble, which sucks. Now we gotta punt it away to Green Bay.
Rossum had a nice return on that punt.
And no matter how good a punt is, it doesn't mean anything if your team can't stop the return.
Ball on their own 42. Favre with a man in motion. They're blitzing. Sanders breaks the play up in the backfield. He gets the carry. Levens with the carry. Ball on their own 39.
Third and 12 for Green Bay.
Favre back to pass. Throws left. Bradford with the reception.
All right. Now it's time
The
for Green
Packers
Bay to
will punt it
punt.
here. First and 10. Couch back to throw. Chased out of the pocket. Throws it out over
Oh,
the
that's
middle.
pass interference,
Johnson,
isn't it?
The intended receiver.
Yep, defensive pass interference, and we'll accept the penalty.
Pass interference, defense.
Can't hold the receiver back from catching the football.
Yeah, he didn't even look at the ball there. He
That's a
just
mistake
decked him.
on Green Bay. Excuse me.
First and 10.
First and 10 had been Field.
He's looking to throw. Couch scrambles
Throwing
out
it
of
to
the pocket.
Johnson, incomplete.
Johnson,
Too
the
much.
intended receiver. Overthrown.
There was no way he was going to get to that one.
Couch to throw.
Whoop.
Dudley with the
Didn't mean to
reception.
throw to Dudley, but he caught it.
Dudley, John.
If he can ever learn to
We're
catch the
short
ball on a
a
regular
yard
basis,
from the
he's gonna
first
be
down.
a great tight end. He's big and agile, but he's yet to prove that he can be consistent.
Hand off to Rhett, and Rhett's got
McKenzie with the
he got a
takedown
couple
at
yards
the
and got the
35.
first down.
What about Eric Rhett,
Cool.
John?
He's a patient runner.
That's what
that
we like
waits
to
for
see.
the lineman to open holes, then burst right through them.
Ball on the 35-yard line. Steps back.
We were gonna throw to Rhett
Throws
this time.
right.
Oh,
And he dropped the pass.
it was in his hands and it slipped
got
out.
that one.
Ugh.
If he throws it any
It was
harder,
such a good play.
the skin might come off the ball.
Ball on the 35-yard
Tim
line.
Couch today, 1 for 8, 9 yards. Sheesh.
Back to throw. Scrambling. Passes
Gonna throw it to
right.
Rhett again, and that got
The
batted
intended
down,
receiver.
incomplete.
He didn't even give the receiver a chance.
The receiver just didn't have good position on him.
Ball on the 35-yard line. Couch drops back to throw.
I threw it to Ricky
Number
Dudley, and
59
again,
pulls him down
didn't mean
at
to
the
throw to
28.
Ricky Dudley.
He got stopped
Now
short
it's
on that catch.
That receiver just didn't show
4th
very
and
good
2, and we're gonna go
concentration
for
on
it.
that
We're
play.
going to
He
go
planned the
for it.
play.
I know we should be
Quarterback
taking the
makes
easy
a good
points, but
pass, and poor
we're gonna go for
execution
it and
by the
risk it.
receiver means that your offense heads back to the
and that's a
sideline.
first down and
He puts it
more.
away. Rhett has a nice
Went
run
for
on
the
that
wrist.
play.
And he picks up a
And
first
got it.
down. And when you have an offense that can keep it on the ground and pick up 6, 7, or 8 yards, you really open up the defense.
Inside the red zone. Couch to throw it.
Throwing it to Dawson,
To the
caught it.
middle.
He
Butler
caught it.
Brings him down at the 2. Tim Couch is looking comfortable in the pocket today.
Yeah, he's sitting back there reading the defense and then finding the open guy.
2 yards to the goal line.
First and goal for the Browns.
Blitz is coming. Reynolds
And
with the tackle
nothing on
at
that
the 3.
play.
The offensive line
Oh,
didn't
seems
get
it was
much
a
of a
loss on
push
that
on that play, and the runner was stuck.
As soon as he got the ball, there was a defender in his face to knock him down.
Second and goal. Couch hands it off.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Down Brown. That was a perfect
And we
run
score
in
the
that
first
type of
points of the
situation.
It
game.
sure was. His
And it's
lineman
against the
created a
Green
little
Bay
push. The back
Packers.
just slammed right in there and got past the goal line.
No, not gonna. I'm not gonna risk it and go for 2. I want to kick the extra point. That'd be insane if I went for 2.
It's up, and the extra point is good.
They're up by a touchdown now.
He gets it off. The Packers down by 1 touchdown. Favre under the center. The tight end in motion. Back to pass. With the pass.
Incomplete.
That's the
Great
old rule.
pass
You get your
coverage on
hands
that.
it, you got to catch it.
Probably the final
Ball
play
on
of the
their own
quarter
26.
here.
The receiver in motion. Blitz is coming. Miller.
And yep, that's going to be
brings
the
him
final
down
play of the
at
quarter.
27.
At the end of one, we lead the Packers 7-0.
And we're ready to start the second quarter. Ball on their own 27.
3rd and 9 for Green Bay.
So we're in a passing situation. Here's the blitz. Favre lets it fly.
Incomplete.
Freeman drops it.
Yeah, if you drop those third
Again,
down
great pass
passes,
coverage.
You're going to have a lonely
And
flight
now
home.
Green Bay's going to have to punt.
Number 9 awaits the snap.
Alright, and here we go. And
didn't
couldn't
get
go
much
up the
on that
field that
return.
time.
Nope, the coverage
Didn't
team
have
had
any
him wrapped up before he could do
Kick
anything
coverage
with
on
it.
that play, but it's fine.
Blitz
We're gonna
is
run the
on.
football,
Count hands
and
it
it's
off.
it's not really going so well.
Wayne with
Took
the
a big
tackle at
chunk of the clock
45.
off.
Coaches will generally try to get an
Only
even
got 3
mix
yards
of
on
run
that
and
play.
pass plays out there. Basically, continuity will add effectiveness to both.
Ball on their own 45. Couch back to throw. Pass is left. He really gunned that one in there, John.
He might want to put a little more touch on that type of pass.
Ball on their own 45. The Browns up by 7. Fakes the handoff. Batted down. The defense really put on the pressure there.
He really had to rush that throw. That was
Well,
a
gotta
situation
punt.
where the defensive line made the job easy for the defensive backs.
Ooh, that's a good punt. Wish it didn't, you know, went a little bit forward. I wish it was still behind the 5, but hey, we'll take it. We will take it. Well, in front of the 5-yard line, as I meant to say. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. I wish it was behind the 5 rather in front of the 5, but we shall take it.
Ball on their own 8. Favre
Pretty
back
good
to
punt.
throw with the pass. The
And
pass is
Brett
complete.
Favre is now becoming Brett Favre again. I really thought we were gonna be able to stop them inside the 10, but no. Apparently Brett Favre has decided to play football.
Nickel back in this time. Steps back. Scrambling.
Giving him
Throws
too
it
much
out
time.
over the middle.
And it's
Freeman
incomplete.
was the intended receiver. He somehow got that pass off.
He knew he
Giving this
didn't have
dude
much
too
time,
much
and he
time to
decided
throw
get
the
rid of
football.
ball quickly on that one.
4-man front this time. Favre to throw. Out over to the right.
And he
With
caught
the
that.
reception.
Now we're gonna pop it out of his hands, but nope. Dude caught it.
Ball at about midfield. Favre to throw it. Throws it out over the middle. And he's got his man. The Packers down by 1 touchdown. Play action fake. Franks with the reception. Brett Favre is quite a player.
This signal caller's already a legend. He's one of the few players in the league with that honor. The guy's name will be mentioned when people talk about the NFL's best quarterbacks of all time.
In field goal range now. Favre under the center.
Oh, and Favre gets sacked.
Let's see how they got to the quarterback on this.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah.
There wasn't anybody on the field who was going to stop him there.
That was beautiful.
Blitz is coming with the throw. Rudd with the takedown at the 40. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Yep, 2-minute warning.
Ball on the
3rd and
40-yard
15
line.
for Green Bay.
Two minutes to go in the half. Favre to throw. Passes right. And he's got his man.
And they're going to be short of the first down. And they're going to have to kick the field goal.
And here comes the kicking unit. He gets it off.
It's up, and it's good.
That one sails perfectly through the upright.
Packers get a field goal.
Longwell gets it off.
Quincy Morgan broke a tackle. Still on his feet, and he's finally tackled.
35.
Pretty good return. Alright, 1st and 10 for the Browns.
They're blitzing. Couch
Gonna throw it to Morgan. He's caught it. He's still going, Gets tackled at the 12-yard line. Pretty good reception right there by Quincy Morgan. And now we got a 1st and 10 inside Green Bay territory. At the 12-yard line. Eric Rett's going to take this handoff, and we're going to be tackled near the 10.
You don't need a flashy running game to win games. Sometimes all you need to do is control
Actually
the
near the 5.
He's
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
The Packers
2nd and 5 to go.
And
he's got the first down, and he's in for the touchdown. We scored before halftime with 1:06 left in the first half.
Did. That guy just found a crack in the defense, and he charged right into the
Let's take a look at that replay
He did a
again.
great job of getting into the end zone.
Breaking
on that play.
tackles
Watch what
left
happened.
and right, and
Watch
he's
these
in
guys. It seemed like
for a
everything
touchdown.
went right on that play. That was a great team effort.
And
to
now
get him there
Phil
for the
Dawson
score.
will kick the extra point.
It's up. The point after is good. The Browns
Made it a 2-score game.
He gets it off.
And going to take a knee in the end zone and bring it out to the 20-yard line. All right.
Just over a minute still to go. Steps back. Favre lets it fly.
Incomplete.
He felt the pressure there.
The play didn't work because the quarterback's timing and balance was off. When he starts to feel pressure, he gets a little nervous, and he has to get rid of the ball.
Freeman goes in motion. Looking to throw it. With the throw. He dropped it.
Oh, that could have been a touchdown.
There was no one there.
I know it. He was wide open, and he just dropped it. You don't even want to go back to the sidelines when you do something like that.
You want to find a hole to crawl into.
But he's not going to find that out there. He's going to find the bench playing that way.
Favre back to throw. Throws left. Complete. Miller brings him down at the 28.
Ooh, and Green Bay is gonna have to punt, and I'm gonna take a timeout here, so I can get some time to,
The Packers will
you know,
punt it here.
get the ball back and possibly either get a touchdown or kick a field goal, whichever one works. And couldn't do anything about that.
And you don't want to delay too long when you're looking for that crease. You can find the crease once you start running.
Ball on their own 38. Blitz. Webb tucks
Yeah, I
it
gotta take a
away.
timeout on that.
Take the timeout.
That was a bad play. Let's go slants this time.
If you're standing up now, sit down. If you're sitting down, please stand up. If you are lying down, just ignore.
Ball on their own 36. Couch
Gonna
steps
throw it to
back
Johnson.
with the pass.
Tipped and
Johnson's
incomplete.
the intended target.
He had to unload that pass in a hurry.
He knew he didn't have much time, and he decided to get rid of the ball quickly on that one.
Wait, I got no timeouts left? Oh, yeah, because of the failed challenge. Yeah.
Couch back to throw.
Well, that sucks. I gotta make this play work
With the pass. Picked
And I
off.
got picked
It's
off.
intercepted.
by Butler.
The defender was all over that one. That was a great pick. Let's watch it again.
Right
He
now,
put himself in
the
perfect
Green Bay
position to make
Packers
that
have a
interception.
chance to score
That's where
before
you see the importance of doing lots of
halftime
film
now.
study leading into your next game.
And Tim Couch, 4 for 16, 87 yards, 1 pick, no touchdowns. Sheesh.
They're blitzing. Levens with the reception. Smith
And
stops it at
timeout
the
Green
36.
Bay.
Timeout called by Green Bay. 2 timeouts remaining.
The Browns with a 3-man front. Blitz is coming. McKenzie drags
And
down
there's
the ball
Green Bay's
carrier
second
behind the
timeout. They
line.
got 1 timeout remaining.
Eight to go.
Third and 8 here
Ball
for
on the
Green Bay.
37-yard line.
And
a flag on the
who's the
play.
penalty on? Is it on Green Bay or is it on us? It's on
Number
us.
92. Defense.
We're offsides, and
jumped
that's going
early.
to
He
cost us
tried to
5
anticipate the
yards.
snap count and moved across the line.
They're in field goal range. Favre drops back to throw. With the throw. Fuller brings him down at the 24.
Freeman catches a bullet for the first down.
And
It's a good
Green
thing
Bay
he
is
caught it.
gonna
You
take
don't
a
wanna drop
timeout.
those passes for first down.
And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal to make it
Longwell
14 to
Out to try the
6.
field goal. The kick is up. The kick sails true. It's good.
The kick is good.
What do you know about Longwell?
I know he's a pretty accurate kicker, and it's hard to be that accurate in cold conditions that he's played in.
It's now 14-6 with 5 seconds left in the first half.
Longwell gets it off.
Ooh, I think I would have been gone if I kept going, but I decided to, dive. For this one, we're going to go throw a Hail Mary and see what happens.
Couch steps back.
And I got sacked.
That's the end of the second quarter with the score Cleveland 14, Green Bay 6.
We lead 14-6 at the half. And we're going to be kicking off to Green Bay since we had the ball in the first half.
He gets it off. They'll start the drive from the 27. Leslie Visser with the halftime report.
Well, I asked Coach Sherman about the kind of adjustments they made in the locker room. He talked about maintaining the intensity level out there in the second half while improving on their efficiency. We'll see what they can accomplish in the second half. Pat?
Thanks for your report, Leslie. Quick drop. Favre passes left. Fuller moves him down at the 44.
That was a great pass play, John. Let's look at it again.
If the defender would have held just a little tighter, he could have brought him down for a loss.
Ball on their own 44. Four-man front this time. Favre to throw it. He scrambles out of the pocket with the throw. Franks with the reception. Ball on the 39-yard line. Favre under the center, looking to throw it. The pass is complete. First and 10.
Well, this is not how I'm
The Packers are hanging on by a thread. Quick drop.
playing this
With the
out.
pass. Bradford
Great.
with the reception.
Now they are definitely about to score a touchdown.
Four yards to the end zone.
It's weird. Brett Favre, he starts to play like crap, and then
Out
he's
over to the left.
just decides to,
Freeman with the
actually
reception.
play the
Touchdown,
freaking
Green
game.
Bay.
He gets that
And he just
short
threw a
pass
touchdown
into the end
pass, and
zone
up,
for the
they're going to go
touchdown
for
on
2.
that one.
Yeah, that guy created some room and showed good body control to maintain control of that one.
Drops back to throw.
Going for 2 to try and tie the game up,
Favre
and
throws left. Freeman with the reception.
they didn't get it. Holy crap, they did not get it. So it's a 2-point football game.
He gets it off. They'll start the drive from the 25. The Browns holding on by less than a field goal.
Oh, jeez.
Back to pass.
Got
Holiday
sacked.
got the quarterback. Couch gets set. Steps back. Out over to
Throwing
the
it to
left.
Dawson. And he caught it with one hand, and that's a first down.
Play by Couch.
Sure was. He's really seeing the defense well today. If the defense doesn't get some pressure on him, he's going to have a heck of a day.
And we're just
The
going to run some
Browns
time
holding
off
on
the
by
clock,
less
just
than
in
a field
case.
goal. This may be a delay of the game on the offense. Rhett tucks it away. Butler stops him at the 49.
Really, I got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Four-man front this time. Looking to turn it upfield.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's a good run.
Pulls him down at the 37.
You know what? You wear down a defense
Third
with
inches,
this kind
really?
of running game.
Okay.
3rd and inches. They better hurry if they want to get the playoff in time. Couch hands it off.
And that's a first down.
Holiday with the takedown at the 33. He gets what he needed for the first.
Yeah, this is one of those north-south type of deals. He runs straight ahead, and he gets the first down.
He gets what he needs, yep. In field goal range now. The Browns holding on by less than a field goal. The rush is on. Harris with the tackle at the 31. Not a big gain on that run.
The lineman just failed
Yeah,
to
and I'm
open
going to
up
let
any
that
holes to
clock
run
run
through
down
or
to
give
end the
him room
third
to work
quarter
with.
here. There we go.
So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Cleveland Browns
End of the
ahead
third
of the Green Bay
quarter.
Packers. 14-12. The teams are set for the fourth quarter of play. Ball on the 31-yard line. Steps back. Couch scrambles out of the pocket.
Threw it to Johnson. It's
the
incomplete.
intended receiver. He sure put a lot on that throw.
The quarterback tried to put that one through the receiver.
Ball on the 31-yard line. Couch back to pass. Rolling
Throwing
out
it to
his
Dudley,
right.
and Ricky Dudley got
with
it.
the reception.
That's a first down.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Now we're just going to take our time real quick.
They need to get to playoff quickly. Here's the blitz. Couch hands it off.
Alright, 2nd and 10 here. Try and cut down as much clock as I can before I possibly kick a field goal and have to prevent Green Bay from scoring.
They might not get to playoff in time. Rhett on the run.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Marshall
Almost a first
makes
down.
the
That was a
stop
pretty
at
good
the
run.
13.
This kind of running game allows the offense to control the clock.
Ball on the
3rd and 2
13-yard
here.
line.
Just keep that clock
The
running.
Browns holding on by less than a field goal. They might not get to playoff in time. Rhett tucks it away.
And that's a first down. That's a first down.
Stops him at
Oh, they're going to
the
mark me
11.
short, really?
Not much on that play.
4th and
you
inches,
talk about a
really.
defensive line winning the battle, and this is what you mean. The running back gets to
All
the
right,
line,
well.
and there's nowhere to go after that.
As long as it keeps the clock running. Actually, this is a good idea, because if I get the first down, that means it'll take us to the 2-minute warning, and I could just run down the clock for the rest of the game and possibly win. If we make this first down here. Okay, here we go. 6, 5,
They better
4,
hurry to the
3,
line.
2, go!
It's a blitz.
And that's a first
He gets the
down.
carry.
That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
He barely gets
And
past
there we
the
go.
line. Rhett through the middle, and it looks like he picked up enough for the
First down and a 2-minute warning. So Green Bay will have to use their timeouts if they want to stop us. First
The
and
Browns
goal.
holding on by less than a field goal. He tucks it away.
Timeout Green Bay. That's their first timeout.
Timeouts remaining.
2nd and goal here. Ball at the 4-yard line.
The rush is on.
And,
He tucks it
ooh,
away.
almost got to the touchdown. Almost crossed the end zone.
Timeout remaining.
Well, almost crossed the goal line into the end zone. So it's 3rd and goal on the 1. Green Bay called their second timeout, so they got one more timeout to deal with.
Couch sets up. He hands
And
it
that's a
off.
touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. Eric Rhett.
He just made it past the goal line.
He just
3rd
kept his
rushing
legs
touchdown
turning and
today for
moving
him.
On that one, nobody was going to keep him from scoring.
I'm pretty sure that's the 3rd for him. Yep, 3rd touchdown today for Eric Rhett. Nice.
Back to the field.
And now to kick the extra point. So Green Bay will have that one timeout left. And they have a minute
It's
50
up.
to work with.
And the extra point is good. That
So
score
here's
gives them a
what
nice
Green Bay
cushion.
can do. Basically, when they get the ball back, score a touchdown, try and get the 2-point conversion. If they do get the 2-point conversion, that means they'll have to onside kick it and possibly kick a game-winning field goal to win the game. But if they don't get the 2-point conversion, they'll have to get the onside kick and then kick a field goal to take this to overtime. So those are the
He gets it
situations that Green Bay has to have. They're down by 9. So anything can happen in this last minute and 47
Packers
seconds.
start the drive from the 26.
So they're going to be at the 26-yard line. First and 10. Have to get 9 points to win the game.
Ball on their own 26. Favre
Actually,
drops back.
not 9 points. 10
Throws
points to
right.
win the game.
Levens with the reception.
And 9 points to tie.
Dorsey Levens looks good today.
Yeah, he's
And
a
it looks
double
like they're
threat.
gonna hurry
He can
to
run the
line
ball up
here.
the gut, or he can catch it out of the backfield.
But the no huddle. And Brett Favre's going to spike the ball. So this will bring up 3rd and 5.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down.
With a
if they're
minute and
gonna
a
be
half
successful.
left here in the game.
Bradford in motion. Favre drops back with the throw.
And he throws it to his receiver that's always being targeted, Schroeder. Going no huddle, and they're going to spike it again.
43.
So I'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Favre with a man in motion. Steps back. Out over to the right.
Schroeder,
Miller.
nowhere to go. He got popped.
The defense really bears down on 3rd
Yeah,
down.
it looks like they're going to hurry up. Oh, timeout. Got to call a timeout. Because I was going to lose yardage on that play if I did not call a timeout, So I gave Green Bay a bit of a break because one of my defensive linemen was not at the line. And they were gonna call for the ball.
3rd and 10.
I would get penalized for
Back to throw.
offsides, and it's incomplete on that play. Nowhere.
It was clearly off
There was a
target.
receiver nowhere. And now here we go. 4th
Ball on
and
their
11.
own 42.
Packers have to get this to extend their drive.
The tight end goes in motion.
They send a man in motion.
Quick drop.
Favre drops back to pass.
Passes right.
Throws
The
incomplete.
intended target.
Intended for Schroeder. And that is going to be the game. I'm pretty sure that was intended for Schroeder. Let's see. Drops back to pass. Ball's thrown. Yep, that was intended for Schroeder. Nope, don't need to save the replay.
And we're back.
And Green Bay turns it over on downs.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
And we're a minute away from winning this football game.
The Packers with a 4-man front.
And here's
Out,
Rhett
hands it
running the
off.
football.
Barrett pulls them down
And Green Bay
at the
will take a
36.
timeout.
Timeout called
And that's
by
their last
Green Bay.
timeout.
No timeouts remaining.
Ball on the 36-yard line. Rhett tucks it away.
And that's a first down for Eric Rhett.
Brings him down at the 31. He gets what he needed for the first.
And all
It's
we
easy
need to
see
do
why they
now
got
is
the first
just
down there,
take a
Pat.
knee
The
and
offensive
call
line
it
did their job, and the back just
a
refused to be
football
stopped.
game.
Couch under the center. They may have to burn a timeout if they're not careful.
And there we go. Take the knee. And Eric Rhett is the player of the game. 21 carries, 68 yards, 3 touchdowns. What a day for Eric Rhett. That run game really helped us out. And that's it. Clock hit 0.
This game reaches its
And the Browns
conclusion
beat
with
the
final
Packers
score,
21 to
Cleveland
12.
21,
And we
Green
win our
Bay
10th
12.
game of the
For
season.
James Brown, Leslie Visser,
And it's most
John
likely
Madden,
we
and all
are
the
headed
folks
to
at
the
EA
playoffs.
Sports. This is Pat Summerall saying
Oh, I have to wait
goodbye
and
for
see
now.
what the game says. Now it's time to take a look at the stats and info. 185 yards total offense today. Pretty good. 1 penalty for 5 yards, and that was that encroachment penalty, which was BS. Tim Couch, 136 yards, 1 interception, 6 for 19. Not good, but Eric Rhett, 68 yards, 3 touchdowns, 21 attempts. Mike Sellers, 1 yard, 1 attempt. Ricky Dudley, 3 receptions, 26 yards. Jawan Dawson, 2 receptions, 57 yards. Quincy Morgan, 1 reception, 53 yards. So yeah, not bad at all. And we leave a snowy Green Bay with a W. And the Patriots beat the Dolphins. Wow, Patriots beat the Dolphins? Wow, that's shocking. Alright, so with that W, let's simulate the rest of week 16. And now we're on the final week of the regular season. Week 17. Now let's take a look at the awards right now. NFL Players of the Week, Dillon of Cincinnati and Peterson of Indianapolis. They are the NFL Players of the Week for offense and defense, and as well as the AFC offensive and defensive Players of the Week. For the NFC, Marshall Faulk, Offensive Player of the Week for the NFC, and Bush of St. Louis, NFC Defensive Player of the Week as well. So teammates, Players of the Week for the NFC. Pro Bowl, Peyton Manning, QB1 for the Pro Bowl. And yeah, I don't think there's any Browns players in the Pro Bowl for the AFC. The NFC, Kurt Warner's in the Pro Bowl. Oh, Dante Culpepper got injured? That sucks. Brad Johnson in the Pro Bowl roster. Marshall Faulk. Terrell Owens, Randy Moss. Chris Carter. Orlando Pace. Oh, there's Michael Strahan. Yep, Desmond Howard's in the Pro Bowl. Alright, time for the yearly awards. Yeah, since Dante Culpepper got injured, his MVP stock went down, so Edgerrin James is now the front runner for NFL MVP. Right behind him is Peyton Manning, Mark Brunell, and Marshall Faulk. Offensive Player of the Year, NFL Offensive Player of the Year. He's leading that over Dante Culpepper, Peyton Manning, Marshall Faulk, and Mark Brunell. So NFL MVP is just all offensive guys. And then Defensive Player of the Year, Zach Thomas leading that. Quincy Morgan leading Offensive Rookie of the Year still. And now Full Safety 29 is leading Defensive Rookie of the Year over Dan Morgan. And now Marty Schottenheimer has taken over Coach of the Year, and I've slipped to 5th. Really? That big win against Green Bay didn't mean anything. So, I'm trailing Tony Dungy, Jim Mora, Tom Coughlin, and Marty Schottenheimer for NFL Coach of the Year. It's crazy. Dante Culpepper still leading Best QB. Edgerrin James still leading Best Running Back. Chris Carter, Best Wide Receiver. Tom Nalen, Best O-Line. Warren Sapp, Best Defensive Line. Best Linebacker is still Zach Thomas. John Lynch, Best DB. Best Kicker, Wade Ritchie. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. We clinched a playoff berth. Yes! So, it's official. The Browns are in the playoffs. And so is Jacksonville. But Jacksonville is definitely going to be winning the AFC Central. Because I know we're probably going to lose to freaking, what's their name? The Titans. So, yeah. So, the Browns are in the playoffs at 10-5. And it's not 11-5. That is incorrect. Because it counted the bye week as a win for some reason. So now, Patriots, they finished 9-7, but they have to wait to see if they can get a playoff spot. Broncos in 4th, Jets in 6th. Well, basically it's a 4-way tie for 6th, because you got the Chargers, the Raiders, the Ravens, and the Jets looking for a playoff spot. But we clinched. So, I have taken the Browns to the 2000 playoffs and the 2001 playoffs. So, that's pretty cool. Colts, still the AFC East Division champs. Jaguars have yet to clinch the AFC Central. NFC, Buccaneers clinch home field advantage. Washington gets a playoff berth. Rams won their division. Lions in the playoffs. Eagles in the playoffs. And now it's a battle between either the Saints and the Vikings for playoff spot. For the last playoff spot. But that's weird. They're 7-7? That makes no sense. Why would they be 7-7? Is there another week to go? We'll check. So yeah, Colts, AFC East champs. They are in the playoffs. Jaguars and Browns in the playoffs. We have yet to see who wins the AFC East between the Broncos and the Raiders. NFC East, still a battle between Washington and Philadelphia. But they both clinched playoff spots. Buccaneers have won the NFC Central, obviously. Lions got a playoff spot. And the Rams win the NFC West, they get a playoff spot. So yeah. Is there a week 18? I guess not. There's a week 17. So that's weird. A 7-7 team still eligible for the playoffs. Wait a minute. That's a 7-8. Hold on. Stats and info. Where's the Saints? Okay, so the Saints are 7-8. I don't know why it says they're 7-7. They should be 7-8. So basically, it's a four-way tie between the 49ers, Falcons, Saints for 7th, but one of them could jump the Vikings if the Vikings were to lose. If the Vikings were to win, they're in the playoffs. Okay. So, we're in the playoffs, and we got one more game to play. The Titans. And I don't really care about what happens in this game because I'm in the playoffs, so whatever. So, with that, guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching this brand new episode of Madden NFL 2002. Next time, we're going to go to Tennessee to play the Titans, and we're going to see who we play in the playoffs. So, yeah. So, if you enjoyed this episode, smash a like on it, subscribe if you're new to this channel, check out my other videos I've uploaded to my channel, and I shall see you guys next time for the regular season finale against the Tennessee Titans in Madden NFL 2002. So with that, I'll see you guys later.